WBBL08. What an outstanding start to the tournament, isn't it? We witnessed some top performances, some nail-biting thrillers, and I'm here to take you through all the top happenings of last week of the WBBL in our special segment. So let's start with top moments of last week. Well then, Georgia Redmayne's innings is something that will come to your mind first up, isn't it? She just fell 2 runs short of her century, but then she built up a partnership of 165 runs there with Grace Harris that helped the team to put themselves in a commanding position, and the team could put a good target on the board for the opposition. Next up, we're going to talk about runouts. Runouts hurt, don't they? Well, if they are the runouts at the non-strikers end, probably they hurt more. Well, we'll discuss that later, but of course, we witnessed 2 runouts at the non-strikers end in the last week of the WBBL. First up, we saw Grace Harris, who was run out at the non-strikers end. Well, Hayley Matthews there made sure that she completed that run out very well. And then we saw Deandra Dottin walking back to the dressing room as she was also run out at the non-strikers end. Catches win you matches. And in a tournament like WBBL, it's quite obvious that we're going to see a lot of good catches, and it's difficult to choose which one's the best. So let's have a look at some of the good catches of last week. The catch of Grace Harris to dismiss Hayley Matthews was really an amazing one. Then we saw Maddie Green complete a stunner catch to make sure that Molly Strano departs. Elise Villani's catch to dismiss Tammy Bowman was also quite special. It felt that she almost dropped the catch, but then she made sure that she completes it well and Tammy Bowman walks back to the pavilion. We're talking about another good performance. We will definitely have to discuss about Sophie Mourinho as well. In the game against Adelaide Strikers, we saw that she first produced her magic with the ball, picking up 4 wickets, and then showed a lot of resilience with the bat to make sure that her team reaches the finish line. It was an all-round performance from her, and that's why she was also awarded the player of the match. It's now time to talk about the star players of the week then. We'll definitely have to start this by talking about Georgia Redmayne. She missed her century by just 2 runs in the game against Melbourne Renegades, but what a beautiful innings it was from her. We saw some amazing shots all around the park. In the first game as well, we saw her score those 49 runs for the side. She's currently the highest run getter of the tournament as well. Let's move on to the skipper of Sydney Sixers then. It's time to talk about Elise Perry. She was a player to watch out for in the tournament, and definitely she started the WBBL08 with a bang. In the first game itself, we saw her create the magic with the bat and the ball. She has scored 2 consecutive half centuries in the tournament so far, and we know that she has a lot to offer to her team, and that's what we all are waiting for. Let's move on to another player now. It's Maitland Brown. She's performed for her side consistently in the tournament so far. I mean, just look at those figures. She has produced some amazing performances in every game that she's played, and that's what the team would expect from her in the coming days as well. She currently has 8 wickets to her account from just 4 matches. Another player that we will have to mention about is Erin Burns. In the first game alongside Elise Perry, she also hit a half century, but an innings that came against Adelaide Strikers, it was a special one, isn't it? 71 runs, which included as many as 7 fours and 3 sixes. Well, it was an amazing effort from her. Sydney Sixers did not win the game, but due to her commendable effort, she was awarded the player of the match. Well, this was the story of the first week of WBBL. We have so far enjoyed the tournament, and I'm quite sure that next time when we meet, I will have a lot more updates for all of you guys, and for that, you only have to stay tuned to Women's Cricket Zone.